Well, a lot of people jumping on that now. You had Skepta, Doneo, all are jumping on. That is the level of African music now. It's gone really, really global. Within the last few months, it's been absolute madness. The most requested songs at the parties. If you throw a party and you don't play any of the African songs, then you know what? They just gonna chase you out. As a DJ, they're gonna rush you out, man. And, you know, it wouldn't have been here without the support and the help of some of the finest writers like Ameyaw himself, you know, who's also been promoting new music throughout the years. And this is where we are now, where you have African music at almost every event. New Year's Eve, I remember, it was played on the themes, you know, to usher in the new year and also to usher in the Olympic year as well. And that is such a remarkable event. If you're African and you happen to be around the themes on the new year, there's a New Year's Eve, yes, on the 31st December. Then you know what I'm talking about. It was an absolute, proud moment for Africa. Yeah. Did you see it coming so fast within the last few years, man?
Not quite, but it's something we were hoping for. And on that note, I think the British people have accepted the African integration more than the Americans. And of course, if the Americans are able to embrace it as much as the British are doing it, then of course we're going to go really global because everything happens in America. So the challenge is for us to be relevant there too, and then most likely we will get global.
And you know, you talk about the American market, it's such a huge one, you know, even if you get about 10% of it, you know, getting down on the African level. But you have the likes of Akon, you know, major labels, you have Wyclef and the likes, you know, all showing much interest in the African continent. You know, that's somewhere to start from, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, for instance, I recently reposted an interview that Nas did, and he was talking about why most of the African American rappers and hip hop people don't want to come to Africa. And going through the comments that people were making, I think the black African American, when you compare the British African and the way the society embraces our culture in total, I mean, there's more effort within those communities to make African culture and everything relevant. And if something like that happens in the US, I think it will be amazing. I mean, we take something for instance, the BET Awards. I don't know why they still don't show our winners in the African category to everybody else. I mean, that's it. Justin Bieber has won BET Award for crying out loud. He's not even black. And then we have the African people coming there, and then you put us in a room and give our awards to us. I mean, I think the Americans have to do way better.
That means if they are recognized, and then they have to go all out.
All out.
Yeah. It's not just about, you know, the people are really getting into it for the money, because it's like the next booming market.
Yeah.
If you look at the rise of
I mean, signing on the band and all that. I mean, they see that hype aspect of, but we should take it a notch further.
Yeah, notch further. It was really interesting to see Don Jazzy's name on the album credits for Jay-Z and Kanye West. Watch the Throne album, you know. So if you sign the artists, actually put them in there, let them do some work.
Yeah.
You know, let them contribute like any other artist, not to say, oh, we've signed an African artist.
Yeah.
It's much more better when you say, oh, we've signed an artist, instead of just qualifying. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just tend to hate the word community, man. When it's the African community, the American community. You signing an artist, for God's sake, man. Let's get the music cracking. That's what we need. All right. So we're looking at artists that you've interviewed in the past. I find some of them really boring. You know, particularly some of these African artists. You know, they have very good music, but then when you sit them down to talk about them, their tracks or maybe their careers, it just tends to be one whole lot of. But they can easily put you to sleep, man. What's your experience so far with some of these?
I mean, we have some people who just can't express themselves or won't bother to do it. And of course, it's very painful when you are interviewing such person, especially if you are broadcasting it. I mean, if you're just going to do it and write I mean, you can always put some elements in there to make it fun. So, I mean, I have met some people, every question is like the same answer and you don't really enjoy it.
So have you ever walked off an interview set?
No, I haven't.
Or you wish you would have done, oh man, I just want to go home.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, you get the feeling, I'm like, why am I even wasting my time? But of course, sometimes, everybody is important at whatever point. And I think giving the person a voice, no matter how the person comes out, it's sometimes important. And at the end of the day, it's reaching out to the fan base of those artists as well. So I try to mix it up and make it fun, even if it's not so much fun.
Well, try to be creative with it.
Yeah.
And you know, your journey has seen you cut through Africa. You've been to South Africa for some of these events. Why are we still lacking in terms of sponsorship, in terms of real investment in our entertainment industry?
Yeah, I think it comes back from the culture that was left over to us. I think for a long time, if you're a musician or entertainer, you're sort of like, they pictured you to be the second class, but like you are a dropout and that's a job you go and do. And so coming from that mentality, it's difficult to break through, leave it, and also for business people to invest. But I think increasingly things are getting better. The telecoms are sponsoring most of the shows in there. Of course, the payment of artists is another issue you can come up with. But I think if you compare this to like 10 years ago, things are improving and we can only hope that things get better.
Would we say, you know, packaging of these artists is not really up to the standard where they will command such huge figures at events?
Well, certainly. I mean, at a period, let's just take the December period where I went from one event to the other, and most of the time you saw the same people on the bill being recycled. And I mean, at a point, what I would look out for is one artist that I haven't seen before, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to this show, because everybody kept doing the same thing. You felt like you are the same concert all the time. There's not much innovation when it comes to their live performances, and so I mean, you're giving every promoter the same thing, and for me, I think that's if you're able to up your game and your performances are really good, then there's some substance that you're giving back, and it puts your value up there. That's the way I want to say it. But most of our people are not doing that.
All right, if you just join us, this is hotdigitalonline.com. We're transmitting live across the world on hotdigital.com, as I said. And also you can catch us live on 90.0 FM around London. If you're wondering what we're talking about, we're discussing the African music industry. And I just made reference to December in Ghana. Would we say having proper management and also like A&Rs and people like you know, where artists can utilize and then put their packages well together, would that be of help? And then why is it so difficult that they don't really want to embrace, you know, such trends in entertainment?
Yeah, I think again it goes to our life as our way of life as people. You know, there's so much that we have to embrace to move forward, and our artists sort of don't see why they should pay somebody to do the artists or the management for that matter don't see why they should pay somebody to package them, or even if not full time but in between. Because I mean, even with what I do, sometimes all I need is information and I know how to package it, but somebody will call you, I want you to, you don't help me out. I'm like, how do you help me? How do I help you out when you don't give me the information I need? I mean, at any point, even if I'm not with you and you're able to, if something is happening, you send me just a gist of what's happening. I know how to go about it and make it look good out there. So I think people should educate themselves about the potential of using all these avenues open to them, so that the artists become better.
Some say the birth of the internet age or the digital age is the death of a lot of things. so many things have become so obsolete within such a quick time. Cassettes, videos, photographers, and the likes. I mean, with your kind of profession that you're into, you mainly everything is online, and judging from how the light situation in Africa is, the electricity, I should say, which 1 minute is on, 1 minute is off. How are you coping with it to get your news across? Because you seem to be on point.
Yeah. Well, I try. I mean, once there's electricity, then I have the means to work, and of course, apart from there's the internet and the speed. Because I tend to do videos, you need high-speed internet, and you don't have too much of that back home. But if electricity is available, I try to do as much as possible that I can.
We're here with Ameyaw Debrah, celebrity blogger. That's an interesting twist. You meet a lot of beautiful women as well. I do. The job is not just about writing. So it's got some really good perks as well.
Yeah, I mean, for example, when I was coming to the UK, the lady at Virgin Line Atlantic who checked my ticket. It didn't make me out when she saw me, but she just took my passport and was like, "Oh, you are Ameyaw Debrah."
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Oh, we talk on Twitter." I'm like, "Okay, that's good." I mean, so yeah, I get recognized, and it sort of feels good.
And in the past you put artists' music out first. Certain artists are from the continent that myself I've never heard of, even though I work on a radio station. I'm a DJ. And I tend to follow. Who's been one of the most outstanding that you've helped from the start?
Well, I think even with Catured, I sort of helped it a lot. I mean, because when he was starting, there was a lot of buzz around him, and then they needed to put him out there. And I think my YouTube videos really helped, especially for those who were outside, to get to know what was really happening with the whole Catured thing. So yeah, I'm very particularly happy about what Catured is doing. I mean, from the time I met him to now, and what he's got into. So I'm always very impressed with Catured. I mean, even his look, he's really polished up within the years, and it's amazing. I just hope he gets better, because I think I'm looking for one star that I would want to represent Ghana, and I think he's that one because of the question, the people that get in touch with me from all over Africa, wanting to know, even to collaborate with him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what he can do.
Yeah, I love the bit that you said. It's really polished. It's all round entertainment package, and he's made Azonto sound so cool.
Yeah.
I know the word Azonto, right? In secondary school, it was something unpleasant,
Oh,
when they say Azonto, it comes to that,
negative,
unpleasant looks. But you find very attractive women dancing Azonto, and they don't really care what it means, and it's really brought it to forth. And talk about Azonto, I mean, the craze is as well over the world, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's one. I mean, I normally like to do factual stuff, but Azonto really got me off because even if I see the Prince doing some dance moves, I'll make a story and create that, just to carry it forward, and it was helping. I mean, people that have really talked about, I pay you to do the job, and everything that's coming out is coming from you. I'm hoping to get that kind of deal with some of these people.
Well, of course, as you've opened the door, so then all good things shall come through the doors for you. Be ready to receive, and you've got. In case anybody want to contact you, what some of the
places? Well, just follow me on Twitter at Ameyaw112. Pretty much you get all my details online. Just Google the name. I mean, you get contacts, my emails, my phone number, everything is online. So it's easy to get.
So regardless of where you are in the world, you can always be in touch with the man, and he will put your news out. Really, really, really good. Last question before you leave. Is there any story that you know, you failed to chase up, and it became such an interesting talk that you were like, man, I wish I followed up on this story?
Well, not quite, because I think for me, the kind of things I like to follow up because of the work I do is things that are exclusive. So it's me that's breaking it, and so if it's not coming from me, I lose interest because one, the website is in my blog, and so if it's what everybody else is talking about, then don't have anything to hold on to. So for something to go, even if it's a press release, I have to twist it in my own way. So I like to hold on to that exclusivity. So if someone else breaks it, I just let it go.
Just let it go. Okay. You know, many thanks for coming out to hang out with us, and you've enjoyed yourself, I guess.
Very much. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you can tell that I've been having fun.
Anybody you want to reach out to?
Well, pretty much it. I just want people to know that I appreciate everything that the support they've given me. Every now and then I get messages on Twitter, Facebook, people encouraging me and telling me how much I inspire them and I mean keep them informed. So I mean I really appreciate the support I'm getting from them. I only want to tell them to keep on visiting the site and clicking on adverts. I know Google wouldn't like me saying this, but hey, just go and click away so I can make some money.
Well, they should allow a brother to eat, isn't it? Alright, so the website is ameyawdebrah.com. AMEYAWDEBRAH.com. Okay, have a safe flight back home, and I will definitely catch up when we're in Accra. Yeah, that's Ameyaw. He is handling his business out there online, making the most.